it has been a while and it's quite funny to be back. I'm not so used to talking into the camera anymore, so bear with me. But I have some exciting news because I want to share something with you. I have been working behind the scenes on a little challenge that I set myself up for regarding my photography and creative business. And I thought it might be cool to share my journey with you and also invite others to join along. So without further ado, I just want to jump right into the video and tell you what I'm planning to do. And maybe if you're interested, you can also join in. So maybe a little backstory. So I've been a photographer for about almost 4 years now, this year 4 years. So time passes so quickly, it's crazy. I've been doing mostly wedding photography and have also dipped my toes into lifestyle and fashion photography, which I really like, but so far it's been like basically impossible to really find any paid work. And I know saying this out loud might sound a bit crazy because within 4 years things should have happened and they haven't, but I think that's also why I'm sharing this, because not everyone is successful overnight, and success sometimes, or most of the cases, just takes time. So my photography journey led me mostly, as I said, into wedding photography and also some videography. And I've hit a bit of a point where I have been feeling a bit drained and frustrated with where my business was going, because I still haven't really gotten to a point where I can attract clients consistently. And also I'm not always attracting the people that I want to work with. And I don't always necessarily am able to create what I want to create, because I'm still kind of thinking that I have to fit in a certain box regarding wedding photography, because it's bound to certain expectations, especially when you're starting out. I feel like people, and also me, are a little shy to experiment and to find their unique style. So I've been sticking with a bit of the more classic wedding photography, which is, to be honest, not really much my style. And I've felt a bit creatively drained as well. So that's another reason why I really want to take on this challenge, to really find my voice as a photographer, and also to dip my toes again into lifestyle and fashion, because I've kind of given that up, even though I really love to do that, because it's been just so frustrating to really be able to make a living with that. That's also why I've been focusing on weddings, because that's a lot easier. But at the same time, there's some certain aspects that I don't really enjoy about wedding photography so much, and I want to kind of take it back a notch and only really selectively do weddings, and be able to serve the clients even better, because I can work more selectively. I feel more inspired, less strained, and more resilient. So this challenge I really want to take on to change things. So because my photography has been going on for about 4 years, I have not yet come to a point where I confidently can quit every other thing that I'm doing. So I've been doing a lot of social media marketing on the side. Up until recently, a few months ago, I've been even working up to 30 hours a week, which has been incredibly draining and difficult to, trying to create a successful photography business while working so much for other people. And I quit my job in November. I still have a little part-time job in social media, but my goal is really to go all in with what I really love with my photography and also with my web design, because I also created a little web design business for myself. And I know people always say just focus on one thing, and I love photography and I really always want to do it. But for me, it's also always nice to have like another stream of income that I can rely on or fall back to. And also to explore other things, because I'm a multi-passionate and I love different things, and I'm not sure if I could do just one thing for the rest of my life. So for now, I really also want to pursue my web design business along with my photography business, because it gives me some security, and weddings and the whole photography business is quite difficult and sometimes very seasonal. So web design is, I think, what is just able to provide me like an income stream throughout the year. That's why I have also started doing that, and I really enjoy it. So much to my background. So I do photography and web design, but with this challenge I really want to try to take these things and be able to pursue a creative career sustainably in the long run without relying on other things or other jobs that I don't enjoy doing. So hence the creative challenge. Because I am really tired of kind of half-assing things, because after trying to go all in and then also working part-time, I think I've really come to a point where it's time to really take this seriously, because I've said to myself, how can other people take me seriously if I don't take myself seriously as a creative person? So I think that's really, the main point, and why it's so important for me now to take on this journey and challenge to really seriously dedicate a whole year, 12 months, to work on different fields or areas in my life related to my creative business, to be able after 12 months to really, be a full-time photographer and creative entrepreneur. So my goal with this journey or challenge is to really be fulfilled with what I do, to really do the work that I enjoy doing and not what other people expect me to do, in a sense to fit in a box or to please others, to really rediscover that initial spark that I had when I first started with my photography and creative business, and to really create a sustainable, long-term creative business. So financially sustainable as well as mentally sustainable, because I think it's super important to have a balance. Obviously, money buys you freedom. I want to have more time. At the same time, I want to be more financially secure, all while not feeling so drained and not being burnt out in the process. That's also why I give myself 12 months, because I'm a bit tired of all of these quick fixes and false promises of the millions of programs out there. Because while yes, maybe there's sometimes a fast road, or there's some people who are lucky and that have success basically overnight, I think in most cases it's just unrealistic. And to create lasting success and a sustainable creative business, we need to make gradual and sustainable changes, and that just takes time. So I don't want to have too much pressure on myself, because otherwise I'm going to end up back where I've already been, drained, burnt out, lack of inspiration, and I want to by all means avoid that. So that's why we have 12 months, and I am sharing this journey with you, as I said, because I want to first of all keep myself accountable, because I know if I make it public and put it online, that I feel more inclined to actually follow my own advice and go through with this challenge, because sometimes I have a lot of ideas and projects and I not always go through with them. So this time I really want to stick with it and really keep myself accountable. Then on the other hand, my wish is to really create and foster community, because I think photography can be so isolating, because let's be real, like 90% of the time we're just behind our computers, not talking to anyone. And that really gets to you, or at least it really gets to me. And my wish is to create and foster connection and maybe create a little photography and creative business community. And then lastly, I really want to invite people who are at the same point as me in their lives or in their career, and to really want to follow along and can learn from this journey and partake in it. So I hope you can really take something with it, and that you might feel also inspired to follow along. Because maybe you're just like me, feeling a bit drained, feeling like you've hit a point in your career where things aren't really moving forward, which is super frustrating, and you might feel like you want to give up and come to a point where you're like either all in or all out. So if that's you, participate with me, and together we're gonna make these 12 months a success, because I really believe in you. And that's really a problem of mine, because I don't always believe in myself. So that's why mindset is also going to be a super important part of this journey, because I know that more often than not, we are the biggest the biggest blockage to our own success, or our own manipulators of our success. Because again, if we don't believe in ourselves, why would other people believe in you? So yes, so much to that. And then one more thing, what I really think why this is important, because I am not a beginner photographer, nor am I an advanced photographer. And I often found that on YouTube and on other outlets out there, there's kind of a gap. So there's a lot catered to beginner photographers, like things to do to start out with your photography career, etc. And there's a lot of resources out there for people who've already have, client and work. But what if, like me, you have been in this business for a while and you still don't really have clients, even though you have created work for yourself, you have built up a portfolio, but you feel kind of stuck in the middle and you don't really find any resources that help you. So if that's you, again, you're in the right place. I'm gonna tell you more about how this challenge is exactly structured, probably in another video, because it would be a bit too long and I wanna try to keep this short. But basically, as I said earlier, I want to dedicate each month to a certain topic and area that I can really deep dive into for a whole month. I will take you on a journey, I will document everything so you can also see my progress and you can also follow along and learn, as I said. And I really hope you enjoy this journey of mine, and I hope it inspires you to do the same and follow along.